Hey, it's Sterling K. Brown from the Hulu original series Paradise. The next chapter begins as Xavier's search for his wife takes him above ground, and what he finds will change everything. It was never just about the bunker. Tune in and discover the truth lies outside. Paradise, the official podcast, is now streaming, and stream Paradise on Hulu and Hulu on Disney+.
This episode is brought to you by Indeed. Stop waiting around for the perfect candidate. Instead, use Indeed sponsored jobs to find the right people with the right skills fast. It's a simple way to make sure your listing is the first candidates see. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs have 4 times more applicants than non-sponsored jobs. So go build your dream team today with Indeed. Get a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
Hello and welcome to I Talk to Ghosts. I'm your haunted host, Jennifer, your resident medium, and I welcome you to come in and get comfortable here in the spirit parlor. Tonight, we're talking about a kind of magic that doesn't require elaborate rituals and planning. This magic is right within reach. This quiet and powerful magic can manifest in the quiet moments when you're stirring a pot, slicing herbs, or baking something warm for people you love. Perhaps before spell books, before altars, magic can live in food. It lives in hands that cooked through grief, through love, through hard winters, and hopeful, celebrated beginnings. We're talking about kitchen magic, using everyday herbs with intention. Because magic doesn't have to look mystical to be mystical. Let's start with herbs most of us already have. These are quiet allies, humble, powerful, and very willing to work with you. Cardamom is a beautiful place to begin. Cardamom carries the magic of love, clarity, and emotional balance. Its energy is warm and uplifting, gently smoothing sharp edges. And when you add cardamom to baking or tea, you're inviting harmony and soft connection. It's especially good when emotions feel tangled. Cloves are much firmer in their presence. Cloves are protective, grounding, and sealing. They lock intentions into place and help keep unwanted energy out. Spiritually, cloves act like energetic anchors, strong and decisive, perfect for protective cooking or food made during stressful times. Then there's allspice. It blends things together beautifully. Magically, it's associated with luck, confidence, abundance, and balance. Its energy is centering and steady. Allspice is wonderful when you don't want to focus on just one intention. You want everything to work together smoothly. Then there is the common favorite, rosemary. Rosemary is one of the most versatile magical herbs. It's used for protection, clarity, and strengthening of spirit. Rosemary has a steady, guarding energy, like a watchful presence in the room. When in doubt, rosemary can stand in for almost any intention. Then there's garlic. Garlic is fiercely protective. It wards, it banishes, it reinforces boundaries, not just with vampires. Garlic doesn't just protect the home, it protects the people in it. Adding garlic to food is a way of saying only good energy is welcome here. Then there's basil. Basil carries with it the energy of prosperity, love, and harmony. Its energy is light and heart-centered. Basil is wonderful for abundance magic disguised as comfort food, meals meant to nourish more than just the body. And cinnamon brings fire and movement. It's used for motivation, passion, speed, and amplification. Cinnamon wakes things up. Add it when you want something to happen quickly and with a lot of passionate energy behind it. When you want something to shift, cinnamon helps move that energy along. Then, of course, there are bay leaves. Bay leaves are all about manifestation. They carry focused, intentional energy, traditionally written on, but equally powerful when cooked into soups, sauces, and stews while holding a clear wish. And finally, let's add vanilla into the conversation. Vanilla is soft, soothing, and deeply comforting. Its magic centers on love, emotional healing, and safety. Can't you just feel that when you smell vanilla? Vanilla tells the nervous system you're allowed to rest here. You may or may not have realized that all of these common herbs that you may have already in your kitchen have these magical correlations to them. We often think we have to go to a mystical store in order to pick up the right ingredients for spell work, and that these herbs and spices and other elements are just hard to come by. They're mystical and hard to attain, and you need to know the secret words in order to get them. And that is simply not true. And I invite you to play and explore these concepts next time you're in the kitchen cooking up a meal for yourself or loved ones. And with that, let's talk about blessing and charging your herbs. Your herbs and spices don't need to be re-blessed every time you use them. You can charge them once and let that energy live there. You can stand in front of your herb cabinet or your spice rack and place a hand over it, or both hands if that feels right, and say out loud or silently, "May these herbs nourish more than the body. May they carry protection, comfort, love, and strength. May all food made here be blessed." And then take a breath. That's it. You can do this during the full moon, a new moon, or just during a quiet afternoon when the time feels right. Light a candle if you'd like. Knock gently on the cabinet afterwards to seal it. Once done, your herbs are always ready for you. You can experiment with cooking with intent. Everyday kitchen spells. This is where the magic becomes subtle and powerful. When you cook, you're already focused. You're already present. And from there, we're talking about all you're adding in is intention. When you add vanilla to a cake, hold this thought. May those who eat this feel safe, loved, and softened. This is beautiful for family gatherings, emotional healing, or even self-love. And when you bake rosemary bread or make rosemary butter to spread on warm bread, think, "May this food strengthen and protect all who share it." Isn't that beautiful? This is quiet, protective magic, especially during uncertain times. And when you add garlic to pasta sauce, right as it hits the pan, say, "May all negativity be turned away. May only good energy remain." This is powerful after difficult moments or emotionally heavy days. You don't need elaborate words. Feeling matters so much more than the actual exact phrasing. Just think of these as small intentional moments you can weave into daily life. You don't need to announce that you're doing magic. You don't need perfect timing or perfect focus. You just need your awareness. Another way to work with herbs simply is with infused staples. Think rosemary oil for protection, basil infused olive oil for abundance, or garlic oil for warding. As the herbs sit and infuse, so does your intention. Every time you cook with it, you're quietly reinforcing that energy. And I absolutely love that. Another idea is intentional pairing. When you cook for love, combine herbs that already carry harmony, like vanilla and cardamom in baking, or basil and garlic in a shared meal. Let the blend itself become the spell. Multiple intentions working together often feel more natural than forcing one very specific outcome. And a lot of times we want more than one succinct thing, right? We want our life to support itself and these elements to work together in harmony. Another gentle practice is naming the purpose of a meal. Not out loud, just for yourself. This dinner is for comfort. This soup is for strength. This tea is for joy. This dessert is for love. The herbs you use will follow your lead. You can even work herbs into non-cooking rituals. You can add cloves or bay leaves to a simmer pot to clear energy. You can keep a small bowl of cinnamon sticks or rosemary sprigs on the counter as a visual reminder of the warmth and protection in your home. These quiet gestures shift the space more than we realize. And when we build this kind of magic into our life, it is there waiting for us, helping us sustain what we want in life, helping us calibrate with our soul. Your kitchen kind of becomes a living altar. Your meals become blessings. And the magic stops feeling like something you do. It starts feeling like something you live. And if this conversation has stirred something in you, that quiet pull towards your witchy spark, you don't have to rush into anything elaborate. Sometimes the next step is simply making the ordinary feel intentional. One beautiful way to do that is by moving your herbs into special jars, glass jars, amber bottles, reused spice containers, whatever feels right to you. This isn't about aesthetics alone, but I do love the idea of romanticizing something that was considered ordinary in your life. Who doesn't want a magical apothecary in their kitchen that you visit when you're cooking, and you can also do it with your supplements as well. You don't have to have a boring kitchen cabinet that doesn't have any visual expression to it. Make it your own. When you place herbs into a jar with care, you're acknowledging them. You're saying, you matter, and I see you, and I want to work with you. As you fill each jar, take a moment to name its energy: protection, comfort, abundance, clarity. You don't need labels, but if you want them, let them feel personal, handwritten, imperfect, but yours. Over time, your spice shelf begins to change. It stops feeling like storage. It starts to feel, like I said, like an apothecary. Not a dramatic one, though I do love dramatics. But it'll be yours. It'll be personal. And that weaves in even more intention and magic. Your kitchen becomes a place where intention quietly lives, where magic is accessible, where you don't have to perform spiritually. You simply participate in it. And here's the important part. You don't need to call yourself a witch to do this. You don't need to claim an identity or follow a path. No one is talking about labels here other than how you want to label your herbs. You're allowed to be curious. You should play. You're allowed to let magic meet you where you're at. Sometimes the spark doesn't ask for commitment, just a jar, a shelf, and a little attention. Intention is the spell. Repetition is powerful. Love is a legitimate magical force. You're not casting spells instead of cooking. You're casting spells by cooking. So the next time you stir a pot, remember you're feeding more than hunger. You're tending energy. You're keeping ancient magic alive. If you're interested in a little beautiful visual reminder of some of the herbs and their properties that I talked about tonight, consider visiting my Patreon. I'll have a downloadable offering available to you at the $1 level. You'll support the podcast and you'll have a reminder of what we talked about tonight. Visit patreon.com/italktoghosts. Thank you for spending your time with me here in the Spirit Parlor tonight. Until next time, cook with care and stir with intention. Good night.
LifeLock, how can I help?
The IRS said I filed my return,
But I haven't.
1 in 4 tax-paying Americans has paid the price of identity fraud.
What do I do?
My refund, though.
I'm freaking out.
Don't worry, I can fix this.
LifeLock fixes identity theft guaranteed and gets your money back with up to $3 million in coverage.
I'm so relieved.
No problem. I'll be with you every step of the way.
1 in 4 was a fraud-paying American. Not anymore. Save up to 40% your first year. Visit LifeLock.com/podcast. Terms apply.
Hey there, I'm Susie and I'm the host of Beyond the Ferns podcast. Each week, I take you beyond the headlines into the stories that linger long after the news fades. From chilling true crime and unsolved cold cases to paranormal encounters, cults, and extraordinary survival stories. It's a little bit of everything for everyone. Whether you're drawn to mysteries, fascinated by the strange and unexplained, or simply love a good story, I focus on the truth, the details, and above all, justice for the victims and survivors. So buckle up, things are about to get a little scary. Follow Beyond the Ferns wherever you get your podcast. Thanks, y'all.